afternoon. This is Sean with Glass Home Inspections. We are performing a sewer scope inspection on a property on West Lundberg Street in Surprise. I am currently on the east side of the driveway accessing the ground cleanouts that you can see here in the image. We're going to start by accessing the cleanout furthest away from the house, which will take us underneath the house to ascertain the condition of the piping. Then we'll retrieve the camera head and insert into the cleanout nearest to the property, and then we will this will take us out to the sewer connection for all the houses on this street. I'm going to reset the counter at the piping entrance here so that if we do identify an issue, we know it's rough distance from the start of this cleanout. We have now dropped in the lateral line. The piping material is ABS. You can see there to the left, that's where we will access the lateral line, taking us out to the sewer connection. So what you're currently seeing on the piping walls we call FOG, which is an acronym. It stands for fat, oil, and grease. This is very typical and common, and it is not excessive at this time. So it is not a major concern. Alright, we've reached the end of the line underneath the property. I'm going to now retrieve the camera head, and as I mentioned, we are now going to, after we retrieve the camera head, access the cleanout that is nearest to the home, which is going to take us out to the sewer connection out by the street, or out under the street. There were no major concerns underneath the home. As we did previously, I am going to reset the counter at the cleanout entrance. Once again, the piping material is ABS. We're seeing some typical fog, fat, oil, and grease buildup on the piping walls. There we go. Apologies, had a hard time getting around that corner there. We are now transitioning from the black plastic piping to a green plastic piping material. Once again, we're seeing common fog, fat, oil, and grease buildup on the piping walls. as you can see, this is the transition into the main sewer line for the street. There are no major issues underneath the home or in the yard leading to the sewer connection out under the street. Once again, there was some very minor typical fat, oil, and grease buildup on the piping walls, but everything looks good. This concludes our sewer scope inspection. Thank you so much and have a good day.